Hey everyone, we're going to go plant some plants in my garden. So right back here around this little bend in one of my little walkways, I have a Florida native hydrangea in a pot that I bought at Green Isle Gardens. And first I had it over my shade garden, but it kept needing water and water and water. And so then I thought, well, I'm always over here watering my tropical garden. Let me set it over here. And since it's been over here, it has been very happy. So now that I know it's going to be happy here, I'm just going to go ahead and plant it here. So this can get tall. It'll get as wide as the space will allow, and it can be trimmed, but it will get up taller. So it will fill in this space here. So when looking at this area back here, it will fill in there, and it's beautiful. And when it blooms in the spring into early summer. It is gorgeous. I saw them blooming at Green Isle Gardens when we were there because they had them planted on their property. And that's what inspired me to go ahead and get one. It's been a while. I've had this plant for a while. So also it's right above the kumti where I showed you. You can see the kumtis right here under the pot where all those little chrysalides are for the Atala butterflies. So this will give them even more protection and places to pupate. The other plant I have here is right here. It is also in a pot. This is a salvia that I picked up at the where was it? It was a plant sale, but it wasn't in Polk County. It was up in Dade City. Their University of Florida Extension Master Gardeners. They had a plant sale, and so I bought this up there. And it too has been happy back here. So I'm gonna plant it right where it was, which was right back of there where I pulled it out from. So let me go grab my shovel, and I'm just gonna dig out the holes and get them in the ground, and I'll be back. And from what I understand, this hydrangea is called the oak leaf hydrangea. It's the only one hydrangea that's native to Florida. So, and it's really cool. And I like that the leaf shape is different than everything else in here. So it adds to it. And I just love the shades of the leaves on this Waverly salvia. So let's get these in the ground now that we know they're going to be happy. You see all the pollen that's stuck on the proboscis of that zebra longwing? They actually have digestive enzymes that come out of their proboscis and help break that down and absorb it. And so they can actually get protein from it, which makes them live a lot longer than other butterflies. I like to take the plant out of the pot. See how I've got it just sitting there? And then I use the empty pot to put the soil in that I dig out of the hole. Then I don't have to find a place to pile it up. And then I can just pour it back in on top once I put the plant in. All right, both plants are now in the ground. We had a good rain last night, so the ground's nice and wet, but I will go ahead and water these two in, and then we'll check in on them as they grow and bloom. And I think they're beautiful plants that fit in well with this little tropical garden section. My little papaya tree. So when I came out this morning and checked, I thought it was completely gone. But you can see there, right on the stem, is a little somebody. And an aphid. Get off of there, aphid. Okay, now you can see there's a little somebody. I mean, I thought the egg completely disappeared. I was bringing this plant out here to put back out with the other ones. I thought I'm going to look one more time in the sunlight, and barely. I mean, look at how it blends in. Do you see that? But there is a little somebody. Now, will this little somebody eat milkweed? I don't know. I'm going to go see if I can figure out who it is. Isn't that something? Okay, so this is some type of hornworm. You can see his big horn on the back. Isn't that the funniest? At first I thought there was something stuck on him, but then I realized that was his. He's going off camera. So it could be a tomato or a tobacco hornworm, which eat tomato or tobacco plants. Or it could be a sphinx moth caterpillar, because they also have the horns. And they all look very similar in their first instar. So I put a tomato cutting and a pentas cutting in one floral tube. I'm sorry, he's just like so tiny. And I'm just watching to see which one he's going to decide to snack on. So far, he's just been exploring. He's been on both plants, and he started on the pentas. He went on to the tomato, and now he's back on the pentas. And it looks like he's eating, doesn't it? He is. Is that the pentas or the tomato? Oh my gosh, you know what that is? Oh my gosh, that's the milkweed. I stuck the little stem of milkweed he was on in there. All right, hang on. I have to put the camera down and go investigate what he's actually eating. It's totally the milkweed. What? All right, I gotta go do some more research. You can't eat milkweed. I need milkweed for the caterpillars. I mean, the monarchs. Oh my goodness. Okay, so meanwhile, while I'm doing my observations of this little guy, I've got one of my big garden pots. I filled it halfway with soil. I've had this pot out in my garden, and it has some wheat and some porterweed that just all come up. Like, I had this empty pot with a little bit of soil in it sitting out there by one of my porterweeds, and a lot of seeds fell in it, and a lot of little porterweeds have come up. So now I'm going to be separating out these big guys and putting them each in their own pots to let them keep growing. And I think I want to keep some of them in pots because I lost my porterweeds in the freeze last year, well, at the beginning of this year. And so I want to be able to just bring them in and not have to worry about losing all of them. So I'm going to work on that, and I'm going to investigate my little caterpillar friend. Okay, so I just Googled what hornworm caterpillars eat milkweed, and it came back saying no hornworm caterpillars eat milkweed. Maybe he's just tasting it. He's going to realize that's not what he wants. Because now he seems not to be eating it, but to be looking around. Instead of the very hungry caterpillar, we can call him the indecisive caterpillar. That looks like he's eating again. Oh my goodness. Okay, back to this. I'm just going to dig them out. But look, I just want to show you. When I separated down to go find the base area to dig, there's another layer. See that? And then when I move them out of the way, there's another layer. I don't think it's going to be as easy as I thought to just get this one out, but I'm gonna do it, and then I'll let the other little ones grow up in the same container, and we'll just keep taking them out when they get bigger. Isn't that funny? All right, I got one out. All right, there's one. You know what I'm gonna do? I might pop some zinnia seedlings in the bottom of some of these, just for fun. We are still on the milkweed, but we don't seem to be eating anymore. He's probably getting sick because he ate milkweed, but they naturally know what they should and shouldn't eat, and he's got all the options here and chose the milkweed, so I don't understand. But I hope he doesn't get sick. Don't get sick. Okay. I put one zinnia in here, but then I was thinking, well, I could just sprinkle some seeds in there too. Some zinnia seeds. Like, why not? I'll toss some of these in there. I'll just sprinkle on a little dusting of seed starter. There. He's still on the milkweed. He moved. I lost him. It's like playing Where's Waldo, trying to find him again, but I found him. Hey everyone. It's Wednesday, and I just wanted to pop on camera and let you see that beautiful giant swallowtail out flying around. I've been watching it out my window. I'm out here working in the Lepidarium. I just pulled out 2 of the kombucha bottles of cuttings of twine vine, and I have a couple of queen chrysalides that I need to move, and then I'll put these bottles back out to regrow. Some of the queens did pupate in the Lepidarium, including this little adorable one who decided to pupate by attaching, hang on, let me get some light. There we go, that's better. Attached to a Polydamas swallowtail chrysalis. They're just the best, these guys. So I still have 2 monarchs and 1 little queen munching, but there's a lot of leaves left on this one. And I have a lot more grown in my garden if I need it. There's a little monarch down here. Looks like it's getting ready to attach there to pupate. And then I've got another one over here exploring on the opposite side of the Lepidarium, kind of where the giants are. So I hope they all come out beautifully. And I was just getting ready to pull this out and hunt for the new guy, the little hornworm, see where he is. Because if he's still eating the milkweed, there wasn't very much left on it. And look, you can see there's even less. That little stem coming right up in the middle, there's the milkweed. So I'll probably need to get more and less. You can see his little frass falling down on the tomato leaf. From the milkweed he munched. All right, let me go find him. Oh, I was worried there for a minute, but I found him. He's like down on the side. Still on the milkweed. So I'm going to go get another little stem cutting of milkweed. And he's definitely gotten bigger. You can see his face is now darker. So he must have molted, or he's going to. All right. Okay, so here's a little stem cutting, and I put it in. So this back leaf is coming right up against where he is. You see his little tail sticking up. So he should be able to find it. There's a better shot of him. He should be able to find the new milkweed easily. Okay, so to move these little queens, I'm just going to leave them on the stem. I'll just trim off the stem and then use my little mini clothespins to hang it up from one of the dowels in the Lepidarium. And here they are, right up here in good company with a spicebush swallowtail chrysalis and a sulfur chrysalis and another spice bush. Is that a spice bush or eastern black? I think that's an eastern. Yeah. No, I think that's a spice bush. Swallowtail chrysalis and a giant swallowtail chrysalis. No, I think that is that one right there. I think that is an eastern black swallowtail chrysalis. So now I'm just going to show you how I sift through a tray of frass-filled vermiculite. I just pour it into the sift and just shake. It just kind of rolls through. You can see it blowing off the back too, but that's okay. See, look how clean what's going back in the tray is. And then all this, it's got larger pieces of vermiculite and frass. I just dump in my compost. I have a big box full of vermiculite here, and if I need to top it off, I'll add more, but that tray still have plenty. And now it's back in the Lepidarium, ready to receive some more caterpillar frass. Now I'm heading out to my garden work area because I want to try something new that I bought. But on the way, I want to show you how great these porterweed plants that I repotted yesterday, they're really looking good. I have them all out here on my patio. Look at them all tall and happy. There was a privet senna coming up in my patio too, and I just plucked it right out between the stones and stuck it in a pot. And even though it doesn't look as happy as the porterweeds, I think it's gonna be okay. So yay. I have another one. Well, actually, there's a porterweed coming up here I want to pluck and pot. There's a privet senna I want to pluck and pot. Look, there's another porterweed there. Oh my goodness. I should just let people come and pluck plants out of my patio. You can pluck and take them home. Oh my goodness, look at that big privet senna right there. Okay, so let's go play with this. This is a pop-up plant cover because I'm not happy with how this netting is working. And I think a lot of these, that milkweed that came by my way free, wouldn't normally buy ever. Tropical milkweed, not native, not a great one to have. But I've been using it to feed caterpillars, and I've been keeping it covered and maintaining it in a way to keep it from being invasive and cause all the problems it likes to cause. But I do not love this netting over it. And so I want to try these little pop-up covers. And I am all about pop-up anything because if it pops up, it doesn't have to be assembled. You don't necessarily need the cute little storage bag because I promise you I will never put this back in a storage bag. Okay, so I'm in the shade. I'm going to go ahead and pop it up here because it's hot. I don't want to be over there where that milkweed is. Okay, so ready? Let's see how it pops. Let me get the little... Okay, I'm stretching my arm out so you can see it. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. Oh, okay. Okay. It's nice and bright and happy looking. Does it open out? You gonna pop some more? Oh my. Oh, it's big. Look how big it is. Okay, let me go get it on the plant. Wow, this is big. This is gonna be great. And it's got narrow netting, so it's not gonna let anything through. Oh my gosh, I like this. These were not expensive. They were... Here, let me go set it down and open it all the way so you can see it from afar, and then we'll talk more. Okay, so there, look at that. It was a 2-pack for $27. That's a deal to me, to not have to come out and deal with that stuff. And that stuff's always touching the plants, which when things touch a plant, it tells the plant, don't grow that way because there's something there. And this will give more space. So hopefully some of those milkweeds will recover and I can continue to use them to feed caterpillars in a very clean and safe way. So let me get some of the plants under here and I'll be right back and show you what it looks like. Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it. I love it. And I got tons of plants in there. It's 5 by 5, so that's 25. I still have a few here. So what I think I'll do is when I put up the second one with the extra spot, I'll pot up some of my smaller pots of pipe vine that are growing back and put them under too. So they can grow back and not get eggs laid on them. This is fabulous. You guys, look. There's look at her. Sorry, it's a mess in the background, but this is where she is. female eastern black swallowtail laying eggs. Look at how sparkly her blue is. Oh my goodness. She's just spectacular. I'm so glad to see her because it's been a couple days since I've had, she keeps going back to the cactus, a female out here laying eggs, so I love it. Look, now she's getting some nectar. This pink pentas was out in my garden and it got really leggy. So I brought it up here so I can help it fill out. But the butterflies have been loving it. I might bring a red pentas up here too and set it in my slowly growing collection of things that I'm growing for my garden. She is just beautiful. This is an eastern black swallowtail host plant. Sorry, I jumped there. A grasshopper just flew on me. Host plant is rue that I use: rue, bronze fennel, parsley, dill. There's others. She is hungry. She's new. Here's a gorgeous monarch enjoying starry rosinweed. You guys, there's a little white peacock. Pop! They come with little stakes too, which I'm not going to use because I'm on the landscape fabric, but I will show you what I'm going to do. There's little corner flaps, and I'm just going to set a little rock in them in case there's like a big gusty wind, you know, just to help keep them down. And there we go. 2 of them. Oh my gosh, that's so much better than that fabric laying over top of everything. I can easily see in the side, see how everyone's doing. I just pulled the whole thing off to water and just set it back on. Oh, I love it. These will be linked in my Amazon storefront. Thank you for shopping through my Amazon storefront. Every time you guys buy something, Amazon will buy something by clicking on the item in my storefront and putting in your cart and making the purchase. Amazon pays me a small commission, and then after I earn so much, they give me a little gift card. Usually the gift card comes every, I don't know, 2 or 3 months, and it's like $10 to $25. It's not significant, but it's something. So every time you do that, it helps. It helps so much. Every little bit makes a difference. Go buy a sticker. There's lots of butterflies out today. There's a skipper and the zebra longwing. These little yellow Tithonia rotundifolia, the yellow color, are just so happy here. I need to go see if I have more of those seeds and get some more started because the butterflies love them. And it's just gorgeous still in here with the orange zestrum. They make a good pair. I swear, this sky flower has grown even more. This is the last time I filmed it. It's just so happy at this spot in my garden, and it's just beautiful. Just beautiful. Well, it's good that I came to look at that again, because what do I notice right here? Look at that. You know who's in there? a little, let's see, yep, a little spice bush swallowtail caterpillar moving into the Lepidarium. This is one of my potted spice bush plants, so I'll just take the whole thing in. Look, there's a white peacock. I haven't seen one of these in my garden in a while. Oh my goodness, I'm so glad to see you, little one. I have your host plant. Go lay eggs if you're female. Now I am taking some of these pipevine seeds. Now these are pipevine from my friend. Don't know what it is. I just know it's not tomentosa. And I'm gonna individually pot them in these smaller pots. I already did some the other day and they're doing well, so I'm gonna do a few more. I like to use one of these little tiny tools to get in here and get some out. I was pretty rough with them with that first group that I did, and they all did pretty well. So just like pulled up a little group of them. I'll set them down here, and then one by one I'll put them in their own little pot. When I first try growing seedlings, you know, instead of like filling a lot of pots and that whole thing, go on down. There you go. I like throw a bunch in a pot just to see how they do, especially these because I had so many of them. And since they worked well, like next time I do some, I'll probably start with these pots and just like put one or two in each pot so I don't have to do this step. All right, there's 6. I'll save the rest to do later. I'm the kind of person that can't stand and do something for a long time. So I do a little bit here and a little bit there, and that makes me happy. Well, you guys, I've got a lot of video, and this is going up tomorrow. So I think this is a good way to end it by checking on the little Atolic caterpillars that are on the Coontie in my Florida native wildflower garden. And also I just noticed that one of my little elephant's feet plants is blooming. So with that little beauty, I'll bid you adieu. And trust me, anything else happens, I'll start filming right away for the next video, which will be on Monday. So I hope you enjoyed this. Please tap the like button, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys later. Post photos in the community. Bye, everyone.